Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is April 4th, 2023. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report and Day Trader S&P 500. We want to get our YouTube subscribers caught up with the with what we put out to our newsletter subscribers. Let me find the one we want here. Here we go. This was a couple days ago or so, April monthly report. What I wanted to show you guys here, get down to the U.S. Treasuries. I think that's the best way to show this here. There's the NASDAQ, there's the Dow, there's the bond market there. Okay, we got our upside and downside triggers. You can see the upside triggers in green, downside triggers in red. A move below this low here brings in the lower targets of 3.075 or C equals A, and the 2.810%, which is a Fibonacci 300.382 of the entire 5-wave rise from the March 20 lows up into the most recent high back here. Okay, and then a move above 4.09% means that this wave is complete at this low at 3.287, and the next target where 3 equals 1 is 7.286%. We will enter a wave 3 whether it goes from this low or this low or this low. We will see. So interesting things there. Okay, let me move that back up and let's get into yesterday's pre-market open report. Here we go. Let's see what we wanted to show you guys here. Okay, there's our triggers and our targets. This is the E-mini futures hourly bar. You can see our direct hits, and there's many before this. Back here at the wave 1 low, at the A high, at the B low, and here we are here. The trigger up to 41.7175 is right there, and that's another direct hit. Okay, and let's go from there to that. Let me get this back up here a second. There we go. Trying to get you guys caught up with the interim report, which is here. I think this deals with the cash market. Yeah, there's the cash market from that 324 low. We have a 1 up, 2 down. There's a gap. 3 up. There's a gap. 4 down. 5 up. There's a gap. There's a gap on all these waves. Okay, there's the actual, and there is where 5 equals 1, and there's what we're going to allow for C equals A up to 41.40. That's the B wave high there. Okay, we can get into that more when we get into the charts. Let's go right to them. We haven't looked at the Qs in a while. No, we've referred to them, but here is the chart. You can see we have A wave down from the all-time high, a B wave up. We have 1 of 3 down, and an A up, a B down, and a C up. Excuse me, I've mentioned before that the Qs have moved above their February 2nd high, which is here. The other indexes have not, and we'll get into that a little bit later here. Okay, but this C wave high gains equality with A at 328.40 right there. Okay, the make or break is the August 16th B wave high of 334. Okay, so that's where it is now. It finally reached above the 786. The other indexes have been above the 786, but the Qs just finally did that. This is a daily chart of the QQQs. Okay, let's move into the S&P 500 cash. This is a little the same, but the chart of the picture I showed you guys before. We have from the March, I believe it was March 13th, well, whatever, 13th, there it is, 13th low. We have an A up, a B down, and there's where C equals A at 41.40. The actual so far was 41.27, and 5 equals 1 at 41.26. So this appears complete or nearly so in the cash. These gaps will be filled with the next wave down. Okay, so we got 3 gaps there wide open, and it's been what, a week? Okay, so here we go. We'll see where this tops. It should be soon. Let's get into the E-minis and we don't want to go there, we want to go there. The daily, there is that A down from the all-time high, the B up, 816, 43.27. That is the critical resistance right there. We have a lesser degree resistance right here, okay? There is that 1 down and 2 up. Then we've got 1 of 3, and we're working on 2 of 3 right here. Here you see the C equals A at 41.71, and as of this morning it hit a 41.71.75 high. Yet another direct hit, which we're not showing on here, okay? But the key is if it goes higher from here, and we'll get into the triggers, 42.08 is the next make or break, but it's not nearly as critical as the 43.27. If it goes higher here, it just means it's making a higher wave 2 above the February 2nd high, which we showed the Qs have already done. Okay, so if they're leading, then these will follow. But so far, so good. We'll see. Again, the alternate count I want to mention counts this October low is wave A, and then we've got an A up, a B down, and C equals A at 44.66. All right, a move below here, this 37.88.50 low eliminates the alternate count. And on the main count, this is wave 1 of C down from the 43.27.50 high. Wave 1 of C down. Wave 2 so far is right here at 42.08.50, and wave 3 equals 1 from that high at 33.83.75. All right, let's move down. I think we'll look at this a little closer. Here we've got that wave 1 down on the March 13th, which was a direct hit. From there we've got an A up, another direct hit, a B up, another direct hit, and a B down, and then a C up, which appears at this time to be yet another direct hit. We're catching all these critical pivot turn points, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so again, we have our triggers in place. Okay, and we had the other upside triggers which caught this move up here in the previous reports. I don't know if I showed you guys that. We had 3 different triggers that were triggered to give us higher targets, and here is this one. If this goes above 41.71, then we're looking at a move to 42.08.50. Okay, and that's back here, okay, on the daily chart. Okay, getting back into the hourly. So our downside trigger now is 40.73. That's the A wave high. A move below that triggers a move to here and below there, and then there's further bearish potential below that, but first things first. Okay, move up, we're looking at 42.08. A move above 42.08, and this comes into play, 43.27. My apologies for repeating myself. Okay, let's get into the pre-market open report, which we put out earlier this morning, April 4. Okay, here we go. Here's the same exact thing, the triggers. Okay, and it looks like at today's high we've got price, pattern, and time. In order of importance, we have price, then we have pattern, and then we have time. Okay, time is not quite exact yet, but that was the 41.71 target. We hit 41.75. As far as pattern, which is the most important, we have C equals A within a point. Price, there is the point, 0.75 of a direct hit. In time, our next turn date is April 10th, so we want to allow for this to move higher, but it's right now it's 6 calendar days and 4 trading days ahead. Okay, and there's the downside trigger and the targets, and the upside trigger and targets. Okay, so that should do it here. Let me see if I have let me go back here. I wanted to see bear with me a second here, and maybe it was here that I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, we had these triggers here I failed to mention. Okay, we had the A wave high trigger would give us a higher high, 40.73 trigger gave us a higher high, and then the 40.78 trigger gave us a higher high. So all these triggers played. Okay, we had our downside triggers. They weren't triggered. Okay, but these triggers are working to identify all of these wave highs and lows. let's leave you guys with this right here. This shows where we are right now. This is a hourly chart of the E-mini futures, and there's the 4171. There's the upside trigger. There's the downside trigger. We'll see what happens from here. Okay, until next time, take care, everyone.